Skateboarding, a sport that has become more than just pushing around on a board with four wheels. It has become an art form, a way to express oneself. Skateboarding gives people almost an escape from reality when they step on the board. Landing tricks gives the skateboarders a natural high that can only be described by experiencing it. This is what drives them to continue what they do. Since the rise of skateboarding in the 1960s, it has been given this negative stereotype in today's society. Skateboarders are classified as hooligans who break things, use profanity, and wear clothes such as tight jeans, toboggans, and wallet chains. The thing is, not all skateboarders are like this, but because of the small percentage that is, the entire sport is affected, making it take on the negative image. When will this image of skateboarding change? Skateboarding is something that society has a hard time grasping. They aren't sure if it is a good thing or a bad thing. They know that in the past it has had negative stereotypes, so people keep that image and can adapt to the changing of the sport's members. The reasons behind this stereotype include being a hazard to other citizens, damaging of public and private property due to grinding and waxing, and dressing like a punk. This stereotype is spread by media manipulation and by word of mouth. People's views are shaped by what they watch on television. Many commercials on television will use skateboarders as the criminal or misfit in their advertisement. Also, a majority of police officers and people of the generation before skateboarding don't even look at skateboarding as a sport, but as a way people act or a way they dress. They continue to keep this negative image in their head, and that is what society believes. When will this image of skateboarders change? Society considers that skating should only take place in skate parks. But what about towns without skate parks? You can't just expect people to not do something they are passionate about because the town won't build a skate park. Many towns won't build them because they don't want that image in their town. Society associates skate parks with criminals and hooligans. This pushes skaters to take the streets. Architecture has shaped street skating through the past few decades. Large open areas are everywhere in cities and always seem to be empty. These large open areas are where skaters come to skate because that is the ideal place for practicing. But not even this is allowed. Police heavily enforce skating in cities by continuously keeping a lookout for skateboarders, putting up no skateboarding signs virtually everywhere, and the newest addition of stopping skateboarding, applying skate blockers to handrails in cities. Really? They are changing the way they build things just because of skateboarding? When will this image of the worldwide sport change?
The other day we were riding down Franklin Street on skateboards, and a cop came out of one of the shops and told us that we weren't allowed to skate on the street. So I apologized, told him I was really sorry, I didn't know we weren't allowed to skate on the streets. And he pointed to the sign and said, the sign right there says you can't bike. And I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that meant we couldn't skateboard. And the cop told me, if you can't bike on the sidewalks, you should know that you can't skateboard on the sidewalks. So we walked until we were out of sight of the cop, and then we started skating on the sidewalks again.
Skateboarders, unfortunately, can't do anything about this stereotype except for ignore it. They just have to continue doing what they love doing and forget about how they are viewed. Hopefully, the day will come when skateboarders will have a positive image in society, just like athletes of other sports, including football and basketball. I am hopeful that that day will come soon.